You know what, brothers? At some point in your life, and this applies to all of us, I don't care about your age, your race, your creed, your culture, what side of the tracks you grew up on, what country you're in. At some point, every single one of us as men is going to have to choose between our purpose or a woman. You're going to have to choose between your purpose and a woman. It's going to go without fail. And to be honest, you may have to make this choice several times in life, but every man will make it at least once. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to understand that you're Santiago, man. And I'm referring to anybody that's read the book The Alchemist, man. Out of all the valuable notes that Paulo Coelho put in The Alchemist, one that we don't talk about enough, man, is the part where he met the woman of his dreams, right? And he still had to make that decision between going forward and getting to his end destination, or just settling and planting his anchor right there in that village and living his life happily ever after. Every man is going to go through this, man. And what made me think about this is my last video. Let me see if I can see that video. My last video, a brother put a comment, man. And my last video, brother put this comment right here. I think I pinned it. He says this, right? Brother named Daniel Deshaun. Brother says, I got a fully remote job at $60K a year, and my mom is inviting me to stay with her. And I own a car. If I can get away from this woman I live with and lock in for a year, there's no reason I shouldn't have 50K saved, right? Now that explanation or that example is very vague, but it just made me think that, hey, every man at some point is going to hit that crossroads. And I don't know if this woman is a good woman. It kind of sounds like he's already fed up with her anyway, but every man is going to cross that crossroads. Every man is going to cross it. And the thing is this, I always said to myself that, hey, you know what? This is just like a test for every man. Like, a man can go through all these things. Like, in my mind, like, the woman in his life is like in a video game, like the final boss. Like, once he gets to that last level, like, if he can just understand, if he can just conquer that and move forward, he will get to the glory land. He will get to the land of milk and honey. I used to think it was just about the man making the right decision, man. But if you go back and look at The Alchemist, for example, it was upon both of them to make a certain decision. You know what I'm saying? Like in other words, God is giving both man and woman a chance to say, you know what? I want to see if you're really about that life. I want to see if you're really about my purpose being first, right? So a man has to make that decision to get over that initial lust and dependency of a woman. But a woman has to say, you know what? If I really love this man, then I have to understand his mission is first. And if it takes him going to do XYZ for a few weeks, if it takes him leaving and joining the military, if it takes him getting out of this apartment and going to live with his mom to save money so we can do something, like, I have to be about that life too, man. Because you have to understand, if you're in that situation and you're trying to make a move, and if it's a situation where you're explaining to your woman, hey, I gotta do XYZ, like, we gotta sell the house, we gotta sell the car, we gotta, I gotta go back to school so I can fulfill this mission, and she's just like, nah, I didn't sign up for that type of energy, or no, it's about me and my feelings and my emotions, and I don't want to be. But she ain't the one, man. She's not your Fatima. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why, this is why I say this, man. You have to understand that the far majority of men won't be able to make the decision to continue down the path. The far majority of men won't be able to make the decision to do the right thing, to fulfill the mission. And the reason is, like, you have to understand, and I see it so easy now, man. You have to understand that a lot of men are simply addicted to women, bro. I'm gonna say it again, man. The reason why your life won't progress, the reason why your bank account won't grow, the reason why you can't get those promotions at work, the reason why you can't leave San Diego and move to Atlanta, the reason why you can't leave America and move to South Africa is because, I'm gonna say it like this, man. It's because you're allowing something to block your flow of moving forward. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that all, and I don't use this word, prosperity. I don't want to sound like TD Jakes or somebody. You have to understand that all prosperity, all abundance is all about flow. It's all about, like when you hear people talk about what they call, I believe Wes Watson calls it that flow state. And people use different words, that God state, that whatever. To get in that flow state, it's all about removing blockages. It's all about removing blockages, and it's all about putting your God essence back in the right cup. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna say it slow, man. I really need y'all to understand this. And trust me, as I say this to y'all, as I say this to my brothers, I'm saying it to myself as well, man. You moving forward is all about your God flow. And if you're not moving forward, you have some kind of blockage in your life, or you're pouring your God essence that you receive back into the wrong cup instead of pouring it back into the cup of moving forward. You know what I'm saying? For example, like if I'm saying you're addicted to women, let's look at all other addictions, right? Let's say, for example, you're smoking crack, right? You have to understand, when you smoke that crack, it's because of a blockage, or it's because you're looking for God in the wrong cup, which means you're pouring your God essence back into the wrong things. You can look at drugs, you can look at alcohol, you can look at consumerism, you can look at all that stuff. Those things are blockages. You know what I'm saying? Like the satisfaction, I'm saying like this, because I really don't know how I want to say it. The satisfaction that we receive, the satisfaction or the rewards or what we call blessings should all be like secondary blessings. Like we all understand that the primary blessing or the primary vice should be the actual work. But since it's not, all these other things we become dependent on. And again, we can look at drink and alcohol and all this stuff. I believe a man can overcome those if those are stopping him from moving forward. But when it comes to a woman, it's very hard, bro. When it comes to a woman, there's a certain or a different kind of dependency that us as men have for women. That's why I call it an addiction, man. That's why I call it an addiction, man. And I'm telling you, a lot of reasons why you're having the same conversations with your brothers. Hey, in 2020, I'm going to do this. 2022, I'm going to do this. 2025, I'm going to do this. And you're still not doing anything. It's because you're addicted, man. So how do I know if I'm addicted, soul? How do I know if I'm addicted to women? If this is somehow stopping me from growing, how do I know I'm addicted, man? I'm gonna tell you one way, bro. One way is you'll know you're out of balance. You'll know you're addicted when you allow your desire for that feminine energy or desire for that sexual energy from a woman to override your discernment. Right? You'll know you're addicted when you allow your desire to spend time with her, your desire for that sexual energy, your desire to be at the club, your desire to be in the bed with the woman overrides your discernment. What say you, soul? Meaning all the things we've talked about on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say that every single relationship, I don't care if it's with the barista, I don't care if it's with the teacher, like every single relationship is a marriage. Meaning everybody you blend that energy with, you're going to be blending worlds with them. And all the other things we talk about, your discernment. You'll know full and well that this woman is not moving how you move. You'll know full and well that this woman is not moving how the future version of you moves. Nor does she have the capacity to move like that. Nor does she have the desire to move like that. Nor does she have the knowledge to move like that. And you'll still get entangled with her, thinking you can override the universal laws that govern this world. That's what I'm saying. You'll allow your temptation to override your discernment. And I'm not saying us as men don't make mistakes along the way, man, because I believe that's a trial and error and a time thing. Like once we become aware that a certain woman will throw us off track, sometimes you might make some alterations and mess up again and make some alterations, and over time you understand that, hey, you know what? I understand who I am. I understand where I'm going, and now I know exactly what caliber of woman will fit right next to me. You'll allow your sexual desire to override. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And the next thing is you'll allow, this is the thing right here, man, and getting back to what I'm saying. The second thing is you'll allow that woman, her needs, and everything else, man, you'll allow that to allow you to choose her over your mission. Men do this every single day. And I'm gonna tell you, the thing is this. Let's be honest with ourselves, brothers. Because I'm sure if you've lived long enough, you've been in position where you found yourself in a relationship. Kind of like the brother talking about the 60K a year. You've been in a situation where you found yourself in a relationship and you're saying, this thing, like you're saying, how in the cornbread hill did I get here? This ain't what it is. And you'll still make the conscious decision to stay in that situation year after year after year after year until at some point in time, man, it's said and done and life is over. Don't be that guy, man. And I'm saying that, and I know I'm kind of hesitating because I'm thinking, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking of the challenge it is. I'm thinking of the challenge that it is to go in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different if you got some woman, man, and she's in the streets and she's in the clubs and she's in everybody's DM and you done caught her cheating 3 or 4 times and that it's easier then. Even in those situations, a man still can't separate because of that dependency. He still can't separate. But a lot of times, man, you will have found yourself with the woman, and we can call her a good woman if you want to. You'll have found yourself with a woman that just can't go to that level that your purpose requires of you. You know what I'm saying? And you have to make a decision. And I say, like I said, you'll make this decision one time, but you'll probably make it many times. It depends on what kind of man you are. If you're a man that's always seeking knowledge, you're always seeking deeper levels of information, you're always seeking deeper levels of self, you're always challenging yourself to get to the next income level, health level, any kind of level, oh, you're probably going to run into this a number of times. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of why, kind of going back to the video I was talking about either 2 days ago or 4 days ago, when I talked about men being single. It's not that a lot of men want to be single. It's not that a lot of men are anti-relationships. It's just that men understand that if they evolve at a certain rate, that woman has to be able to evolve as well. She has to be able to attach to him and evolve in the same rate and manner. And since there aren't that many women, a man just says, I'll roll solo. Because to be honest, there is no finish line. Finish line is death. Finish line is death. And what I was saying is, like, a lot of men will make that. It is hard, bro. That's what I'm thinking about. It's a challenge to have a good woman, somewhat solid woman or whatever. And you got to say, hey, you know what? Mission has to be priority. Mission has to be priority. So I'm saying if you're a man and you can't make that decision, bro, you can't stand on that business. I'm gonna tell you, don't even expect your life to make quantum leaps. Don't expect your life to make quantum leaps. Don't even expect to live a life in a high vibration. You know what I'm saying? Like if you aren't willing to give anybody the guillotine, and like I say, that woman in your life is pretty much gonna be the final boss, you'll never taste that land of milk and honey, man. You'll never taste that land of milk and honey. So the reason why a lot of men can't move forward, man, is because they're addicted, bro.